Hey everybody, I am getting ready to post a video about my landscape that I made last night, and I just wanted to share with you my landscape so far until my new one, so you'll get to see how bad I have been doing my landscapes. Here they are. Alrighty, so I attempted this landscape. I wanted to get the sun. I got the bottom okay, but I'm having trouble with skies. As you can see, it's nice and orange. So I just wanted a sun-filled sky, and that was my fail. I love this painting though, it's one of my favorites. And then, second attempt. Oh my God, so bad. So bad. I just gave up on it. I was doing the grass and I put a little rock right there. And I said, see my rock? I said, forget it, this is a bush. And I was working on the grass and there's a storm coming in. The birds are flying everywhere. I was very disappointed in this. I do have some rain coming down over here, but yeah, I didn't do too well. So then, excuse my messy desk. This is my desk. Look, M&M's, that's mouth paint, yeah. And my brushes, my dirty water from last night. I gotta clean that up. Chapstick, my computer area. So this was my third attempt. And it was gonna be some sort of ocean. Look at that, it's so bad. It looks like a bat flying in. Actually, I could probably turn that into a bat flying into something. Look at it, it looks just like a bat. So this was a stormy sky. It started out to be a pretty day. So blue and the blue skies, little magenta there, and the sun was peeking through, and here comes some bad clouds. So that was my third attempt, and I actually threw it away and got it back out of the trash. I'm gonna keep everything, even if it's a fail. So I tried it again. I tried another sky, and it was gonna be a shipwreck boat, and oh my God, it is just so bad. Look at this. These are my tears. These are my tears. So that was my fourth try. But I think when you see the end of my video, you'll be pleased. That's so sad, dude. That is so sad. These are my 3 fails at skies and landscaping. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. And I love boats. I really love sailboats and boat stories, boat urban art. So I do need to learn how to mix paints. So this is my little paint set here. And then I have paint sets that have, where's it at? I have these, and I took those out some last night. There's my cheap paints, and I love those. And then this one, I did a video on this, but I never did it. This right here is a paint card from Bean Paints, and I love them. And they're pretty. There's a pretty good bit of paint here. So these are some greens that I would have loved to have had last night. I love these golds, this iridescent gold. So that's my paint set. And then I got a little swashy card so I can name them. And I got a free paint set here. And this is Perusian blue. Whoop. And it almost looks black. But isn't that neat? I'm so excited about these. I've been keeping these for special occasion. But they make paints for kids, and how cool is that to have your child sit at your table with this paint card and be able to do their painting by using the card. It's got all the colors here on the left. I just love this. I love this. I think this costed me maybe $16. So I'm gonna do my swashes probably after we get out of school. It comes with a little thing about supporting the indigenous family business that do the paints. And I'm buying more. They have some really cool colors. There's some real cool roses and golds on the site. And I found them on Facebook, and they're worldwide. Beam paints. They're all handmade, plastic free. They're toxic free. And I just love this. So I just wanted to share that. Then I have, these are also Winsor Newton tubes. I have this one, which is pretty cool. These are, what do you call them? They're metallic. So these are fun. I've messed around a little bit with these. And actually one fell on the floor here. But I have played around with these, and these are great for flowers. So I have those. And I'll put my turtle back up. So here I am doing a voiceover about my painting. It's funny, I videotaped this whole thing and it was over an hour, and I knocked it down to 13 and a half minutes. Of course, I fast forwarded a lot of this so that I don't bore you too bad. But I was real excited to start this painting because I had so many mess ups on my landscapes, and I just felt like I just needed to improve. So after watching several artists, I realized I need to do wet on wet for my sky. And I hadn't done that in any of my other sky landscapes. I did put some color in your live videos. And, I seen him putting the water on the paper before he started. And, I just had a blonde moment. I didn't really think about it, and I wanted to do my landscapes like he does the skies, and I could never figure out why I couldn't get him to even be close to how that goes. So then I watched it again, and I thought, oh dang, I got to do water on the paper first. So I did that. I learned also from him how to do clouds, and this is with a very damp or almost dry brush. I dried it on my napkin to pull out some of the paint to make some clouds. I put a little bit of purple up in there for a nice little dash of color, and maybe like towards the afternoon going into the evening. I watched a video by ARTantastic by Crystal V, and she did this video, and I watched it 2 or 3 times, and then I watched it some while I was doing the painting. So as a new artist, you watch YouTube videos and you try to remake or try to do a similar painting related to another artist's painting. So this is what I did. I learned what I'm doing here from her video, and it's definitely not exactly like her, so I am being authentic. Here I'm putting some adhesive drawing gum, or it's just called a masking fluid, on my flowers so that when I paint over them, the color won't color the flower colors. And this took a little while. It's very hard on brushes, so I had to use a real cheap brush on this. And I had to wipe it on the napkin a few times because the end of the brush was making a little rubber ball at the end. I let that dry, and then I painted the green grass. And I saw how she kind of made these weeds come up in the background, but you know what? It wasn't working for me. So I did it the best I could, and I think I did a fair job, except on the top left there. And it wasn't bad. I'm happy with this painting. I am so happy with it. It's one of my best landscapes. I mixed some darker greens, and I did have to do a sap green and put a little bit of black paint in there to get my dark green. So like I said before, I really need to learn how to mix colors. So I did buy a few books, and I'm going to review those soon. And there's a lot of color theory in there. So I bought them to help me, and I bought them to give me a little bit of creativity mindset. And you'll really like the books when you see them. Here I'm just trying to make the weeds a little bit more pronounced and put a little bit of trees in the background. I'm taking the masking fluid off here, and you have to kind of use an eraser, but I finally just use my fingers. And you see that one flower? It looks like a sunny side up egg or easy side up. And I just thought that was so funny because I did see some flowers made with those kind of eggs on a picture. And I thought it was really cool. I need to work on trees. I need to improve my skills on trees. And I was real excited, though, about this painting. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It took me about 2 hours to do. I had to use the blow dryer to dry as I went a few times. I'm coming back here and touching up my flowers because the masking fluid dries around the paint and leaves the white paper showing. And some of the white in there is fine. You know, there's some white flowers or white edges. And I just wanted it to look like a field of flowers. Here I'm using a white pen to just add a little bit of pizzazz to it. I really love these pens. They draw right over the painting. Put me some birds on there. I love doing the masking tape around the edge of the painting, and it makes it look framed, and that's what I love about it. But please tell me, what you think. I am just a new artist. This is like a hobby to me. And I just want to improve my skills. And every day I need to do a painting. I need to improve on something and go back to it and do it again and improve and improve. And I am really happy with this. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please hit the like and subscribe if you want to follow my art journey. I'm not an artist. This is self-taught. And I hope you'll enjoy this with me. And I hope you start painting. If you want to paint, get out there and do it. It is so fun, and it's great for your mind. It's really great for your mentality. It's relaxing. And, the next day I woke up and I looked at this sitting on my table, and I felt so proud. I felt proud that I got this done. So, again, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll see you on my next video. And thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subs. Peace out.